So, I felt like I needed to get this off my chest. I'm not really sure why, but I got kicked off Facebook yesterday for 30 days because somebody called me the F word. The F word that rhymes with drag it or snag it. And you would think maybe it was because of my response, but my response was literally, wow, that's a really bigoted and ignorant thing to say. You shouldn't use that word. It's 2021. And I got kicked off Facebook for 30 days for that. Strangely enough, so I disputed it and didn't get anywhere with that. I wake up this morning to another 30-day ban. For what? A fucking meme that said, it was AOC saying, "Are you really gonna die for a 244-year-old declaration?" And then on the bottom half of the meme was like a special forces guy with like night vision and a rifle, and it said, "Somebody is." And I got a 30-day ban for that, for inciting violence. And I can't help but see the writing on the wall, because the whole Facebook shutdown thing the other day, and this fake ass whistleblower who was just a Mark Zuckerberg plant. If you think this is an actual whistleblower, you guys are tripping. She was put there to give the media a darling and an excuse to justify more control over our speech, which is exactly what's happening right now. Somebody that I'm very close with is a nurse, and she told me, she refuses to get the vaccine, and she's the only one of 2 people in the entire hospital that she works in that has not gotten the vaccine. And it's gotten to the point where somebody refused to work with her yesterday because she's not vaccinated, and actually left the floor crying, left the floor in tears because she had to be near my friend who's unvaccinated. She's been working with COVID patients every single day since all this started. We're talking, 18 months now, almost? Never been sick. She's never been sick. She's never gotten COVID, or she's gotten it and her immune system did its job. We don't know. And one thing that should really strike you as suspect is they're not allowing antibody tests as a reason to not get the vaccine. So basically, even though your body may have already passed the virus and you're no longer susceptible to it whatsoever, that's not good enough. They still want you to get the virus. They still want you to get the vaccine. And she was told that if they start requiring boosters, so she's been given a philosophical exemption. It's strange. They gave her this piece of paper that said she had a temporary philosophical exemption. But then they came back and said to her that if she doesn't get, if they start requiring a booster, she will have until November 1st to get vaccinated or lose her job as a nurse. Andrew Cuomo said that they're going to bring in the National Guard to replace the nurses that are going to get fired because they're refusing to take the vaccine. Again, this is something that should strike you as very odd. Why is it that they're going to fire these nurses who won't get the vaccine, but they've openly said that it doesn't matter if the National Guard people have been vaccinated, the ones that are going to replace the nurses? So you're going to fire the nurses for not being vaccinated and then bring in unvaccinated National Guard people who aren't even qualified to do the same job. You're talking nurses with 10, 15, 20, 30, 40 years experience getting sent packing, and they're not even going to be eligible for unemployment. We are witnessing the end of our society. And if you don't see that, you're not paying attention. This is a collapse of proportions we have never, ever seen and never would have expected. Think about it. Did you see this coming 2 years ago? Did you think that in 2 years you were going to be forced into taking a vaccine that hasn't even been approved by the FDA, that hasn't even been run through clinical trials? We are the clinical trials. and nobody seems to care. Everybody's just going along with it because of the social pressure and the media pressure and, you know, fear of losing jobs, and it's crazy. And it's crazy to me how many people brag that they got vaccinated. I was a bouncer at a nightclub in the biggest city in New Hampshire, and people would come in and I'd say, you know, ask for their ID, and some of them would be like, oh, do you want my vaccination card too? And I'd be like, if you whip that fucking thing out, you're not coming in. It's that simple, because you're sloughing that shit now. Just because you got vaccinated doesn't mean you're any safer than the rest of us. Now that shit's in your body and you can't get rid of it. It's crazy. I don't know why, but I can't even look at social media anymore. It's so bad. It's so bad. Everything, you get kicked off Facebook or you get fact checked on shit and it's all bullshit. It's all just media brainwashing, and we just keep letting it happen. We keep letting it happen. And you know, it's funny because I'm a gun guy and I got lots of friends that are gun guys. And one of the things that I've been saying is, you know, people are like, well, I ain't worried about it. I got my guns. I'm gonna be fine. All right, homie, you got your guns. What the fuck are you gonna do with them? Because at some point, somebody's gonna have to be the dude that fires the shot heard around the world. Somebody's gonna be the one to step up. And I don't see anybody doing that. I don't see anybody standing their ground. You know? I posted a video yesterday of fucking Fauci saying that people are gonna willingly get this vaccine, and if they don't get this vaccine, we're gonna do things to force them to get the vaccine willingly. Wait, what? Force them to get the vaccine willingly. I'm not a math guy, but something doesn't add up there. I don't know. I needed a vent. Like, it's terrifying. The writing's on the wall, and no one's gonna do anything about it. We're all just gonna sit back and let the government do what they want to us with no repercussions. Skylar Savage Truth 603, and at this point, I don't give a fuck if you like, share, and subscribe, because it's not gonna matter much longer.